有了，已经明显的吃明显的不行了。只有招架之风了。
注意看，眼前的老外被打得鼻青脸肿，头破血流。医生为他查看伤势，这家伙还不领情。回家后对弟弟哭诉中国选手下手有多残忍，于是他的弟弟又来中国踢馆。赛前这小老弟恶意推搡，指着中国选手的鼻子破口大骂：“
张立鹏，你给我听好了，我这次来就是给哥哥报仇的。明天你只有2种下擂台的方式，一是躺着下去，2就是跪着下去。”
这家伙好一顿嗷嗷乱叫，还张牙舞爪，虚张声势。结果来时候好好的，差点回不去。中国硬汉当场教他做人，疯狂肘击给他开瓢。两兄弟落得同样一个下场，真是大快人心。这位暴揍嚣张老外的中国勇士就是来自内蒙的硬汉张立鹏，他是中国格斗领域的王牌人物，一旦进入比赛就开启狂暴模式，不将对手打成重伤誓不罢休。他曾在一场比赛中将日本选手打得昏迷不醒，现场医护人员竭力抢救却无能为力，最终直接抬上担架送走。具体是送去了抢救室还是太平间不得而知，敢在他面前班门弄斧，简直就是耗子钻猫窝，自寻死路。接下来就让我们看看张立鹏是如何收拾这一对巴西兄弟的。比赛正式开始，红方内蒙硬汉张立鹏，蓝方巴西大光头伊塔洛，这家伙就是两兄弟当中的哥哥。此人不仅是巴西柔术冠军，还是摔跤冠军，作为名副其实的双冠王，伊塔洛根本就没把中国选手放在眼里，赛前便嚣张地表示中国人打综合格斗就像是跳舞，根本没有杀伤力，自己3个月就可以横扫中国拳坛，仗着自己强悍的摔跤功底，一上来就抱单腿，企图将战斗拖入地面。
对手不要借助围手。
When we were with Dare Fight Sports in Thailand, we would change via the event. Cage one event, ring one event, cage one event, ring one event.
Was it equally as successful?
Obviously not if they're still not around. Heyo!
Booyah! Goodbye. John, what's happening here? Perfectly obvious.
Perfectly obvious. Zhang has him in the guard. He's bringing that leg up. He's holding that leg, trying to get something, possibly a triangle or an armbar. It's basically a setup. This is not.
虽然身处下位，但张立鹏反而是更具主动性的一方。他勾住自己的脚踝，锁住伊塔洛的脑袋，不给对手施展动作的空间。而且这是一个致命的3角锁把位。只不过这样的招式极为罕见。之所以张立鹏能够施展出来，就是因为他作为内蒙汉子与生俱来的摔跤天赋。在裁判的干预下，两人重新回到了站立对抗。伊塔洛第一波地面攻击以失败告终。
Now let's see how both guys fare up in the stand-up.
Remember, we are 4-ounce gloves.
5-minute rounds.
5-minute round. 5-minute round of action, a lot longer than the 3 minutes. When it comes to the cardiovascular skills.
Nice elbow there by the Chinese fighter. Straight on the jaw. Oh, you can hear someone screaming, elbow, elbow.
Now again, I'm not sure what Kunlun Fight actually does. We should have actually found this out. I believe there's no soccer kicks, but everything else should be under unified rules. So the global rule sets is the only one that does.
伊塔洛不愧为柔术冠军，在两人缠斗中拿到了张立鹏的手臂，这家伙当场施展十字固，试图扭断张立鹏的胳膊。万万没想到，张立鹏一个倒拔垂杨柳将其提起砸向地面，这恐怖的爆发力令人瞠目结舌。随后，张立鹏便对着伊塔洛展开了疯狂暴击。
Brought him up, slammed him, did exactly what he needed to do to get out of that. Again, you're tight in the guard. That has been proven time and time again not to be the case. Oh yeah. Of course. And personally, as a wrestler, I would rather be on top.
Okay.
But a lot of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu guys plan on attacking off their back
Why
guys.
is the referee? Oh, okay. I'll stop talking for a second. I was going to say, why is the referee not stopping this? But he's obviously got some positions where he can find.
Oh, he can definitely find. He can definitely find a mark for his elbows, especially. Remember that those are there, so he'll land him to the body right there. Come back to the head.
We're approaching the final 30 seconds of round 1. Wow.
Great elbow.
张立鹏最拿手的就是地面砸击，一旦被他占据了上位，那么对手基本上就再无翻身的可能。此时的伊塔洛就像是苞米地里的小寡妇一般，任由张立鹏摩擦蹂躏。要说他不想反抗那是假的，奈何张立鹏的压制力太过强大。伊塔洛此时心里唯一的想法就是，既然反抗不了，那就躺平了享受吧。
And right now he is in his world, and that world is referred to as G&P, or ground and pound. In the premier organization, the UFC, a lot of people can get submitted off their back. And, that's why we keep it, is because obviously somebody's not down and out with her like that. But great blood flowing from Italo now via those elbows.
brutalizing his face right now.
Ground and pound obviously is a term that has been coined in modern MMA. But ground and pound.
眼看着伊塔洛失去了防守意识，裁判急忙上前终止了比赛。按照张立鹏这个狠劲儿，再打下去，这小子估计要命丧擂台。即便如此，伊塔洛还是被打得满脸是血，惨不忍睹。张立鹏真是好样的，不仅人长得帅，打拳还这么猛。这凶残的肘击招招致命，3下5除2就将伊塔洛打得落花流水，实在是太霸气了。最后让我们恭喜张立鹏以 KO 的形式拿下胜利。而就在张立鹏庆祝的同时，伊塔洛灰头土脸地滚回了巴西。眼看着自己的哥哥被打成了这个熊样，弟弟凯文德洛跟啾啾地跑来中国要为哥哥复仇，并在赛前扬言张立鹏除了躺着下去，就只能是跪着求饶下擂台。看这家伙狂妄的嘴脸，就不是什么善茬。对于张立鹏来说，他最喜欢教训这些不知天高地厚的老外。既然你们兄弟情深，那就让你感受一下中国人的热情。话不多说，让我们一起欣赏这场超级大战。红方张立鹏，蓝方凯文德洛。张立鹏一个低扫险些踢倒对手，随后更是步步紧逼开始压制。凯文德洛是来给哥哥复仇的，但是从场面上的表现来看，多少有点气势不足，蹦蹦跳跳不敢与张立鹏硬刚。当他找到合适的机会后，立马展开下前抱摔，准备打地面。你这兄弟俩还真是记吃不记打，忘了张立鹏的地面砸击能力有多强悍了是吧？对于这种送死行为，张立鹏自然是要成全他。
防摔没问题。对，现在在角落。好，张立鹏借劲儿推开。看看张立鹏有没有这种主动进入地面的这种想法啊。好，张立鹏是双手从腋下穿出，对，双腋下大扣。好，位不错。好，顶膝。好，进入地面。这是直接把对方压倒了。然后同时做了前手的颈砸击。凯文要注意啊，张立鹏在这个位置的地面锤击是非常终结率是非常高的。对，所以对方的双腿防守也非常严啊。对，大扣了。
又是熟悉的姿势，又是熟悉的配方。张立鹏强势拿到上位压制，开始蹂躏对手。此时凯文德洛拼命挣扎，他很害怕一不小心就步了哥哥的后尘，到时候复仇不成再把自己搭进去，那可真就是得不偿失了。凯文将这辈子学到的柔术都用在了张立鹏的身上，可惜张立鹏的热情好似一团火焰，持续灼烧，给凯文德洛造成伤害。
凯文还在做尝试，转过来。凯文现在是一点空间不敢给张立鹏啊。好，锤击肘击。好，这几次锤击好像有点效果啊。对。砸肘，连续砸肘。连续的砸肘。凯文现在只能是被动的防守。拳肘都有。对。凯文还是蹬开。这拳击很重。凯文还是要做动作呀。
这霸道的肘击可真是赏心悦目。小编表示这一幕似曾相识，上一个被张立鹏这么打到开瓢的，好像就在几分钟前。凯文德洛千算万算都没算到，自己大老远跑来复仇，竟然是纯找虐。而张立鹏更是用心良苦，连击打部位都没有分毫偏差。
左手压到后背，如果右手有砸拳的话，那么凯文就危险了。对。打到手击，打肘，好像是砸到了面部。这是
随着裁判叫停比赛，凯文德洛脸上也挂彩了。俗话说，好兄弟就要排排坐吃果果。凯文和伊塔洛真是一对难兄难弟，又是熟悉的场景，又是熟悉的画面。医护人员上台抢救，嚣张老外满脸懵逼，暴力大鹏笑嘻嘻。最后让我们恭喜张立鹏拿下比赛胜利，以极为残暴的打法双杀嚣张老外，让他们知道中国人可不是好惹的。假如满分是100分，各位老铁会给张立鹏打多少分？欢迎在评论区留言讨论，咱们下期再见。